Hello, students. Myself, Professor Anand Seth. In Dynamics of Machine subject, I am going to teach you gyroscope, one of the topic, and balancing. So let us begin gyroscope. Now, prior to directly jump to what is gyroscope, one should understand the basic concept of angular velocity and angular acceleration. See, this is very important. What is angular velocity? Normally we represent it with the help of omega. So omega is d theta by dt. What it represents? Whenever a circular body is rotating, see, this is the axis of that circular body, and being an observer, I am observing it from this direction or from this direction, whatever direction you would like to say, you can select. Right now I am considering, I am observing from this particular direction. Okay, so when I see the, let me should assume that it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now whenever the rotational body axis moves from the particular location with respect to time, then the angular velocity is whenever the body moves with respect to time, that means whenever d theta occurs with this rotational body with respect to time, angular velocity is there. Okay, now one of the concept we should understand is spin axis, or what is spin? Spin is the rotation of the circular body. It may be gear, it may be any rotational body, turbine rotor, impeller. Okay, so spin is nothing but the direction of rotation of circular body. So here we are assuming that if the rotation of the body is in anti-clockwise direction, then spin vector omega is actually a vector quantity, okay, not a scalar one. So it is having magnitude as well as direction. So that direction, suppose it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, the vector will be towards the observer. This is what we have taken as a sign convention. Okay, now so when it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, vector is towards the observer. Let us take one another example, because now we are going to understand a concept of precession, which is very important, and due to solely because of the precession, the gyroscopic couple, gyroscopic effect is generated. Precession. Okay, so for that, let me take an example that the body, the circular body, this is the center. A circular body is rotating here, and for the observer, see, being an observer, I am observing from here. It is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. This is O. O is the center and the current location is A. Okay, so the angular velocity vector will be OA. OA. Now the axis of this circular body which is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction is changing with respect to time. That we can see from the top view. Okay, whenever we consider the three axes, axis x, y and z, suppose this is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis. Circular body is here and it has moved to another location x dash. See, this can be viewed from the top view only. Okay, so this change d theta, this is a very minute change, very small change, d theta with respect to dt. This we are supposed to understand. So OA is here and for a very small time period the rotational body has moved to one another location with acceleration. Please keep this in your mind, with acceleration. So its vector is having length larger compared to OA, and this is say a small angle del theta. So a new vector is this one OB and this is del theta. This is omega, angular velocity omega, and now the new one is omega plus a very small change in the angular velocity del omega. So the angular acceleration is nothing but vector AB. It is having two components. First is A to A dash and the second one is A dash to B dash, A dash to B. Okay, so let us find out what is the magnitude of angular acceleration that is represented by vector AB. So first one, actually see this acceleration is summation of these two vectors A to A dash and A dash to B. Okay, so now let us find out the first one, A to A dash. A dash is, what is A dash? It is omega. We are supposed to deduct this omega from the cosine component of omega plus del omega. Okay, it is omega plus del omega cos del theta minus omega. And see this for acceleration we are supposed to find out angular acceleration is equal to a dash with respect to time. Okay, so limit del t tends to 0, omega plus del omega cos del theta minus omega upon del t. Now this phenomenon occurs for very small time period, very small time period. So as del t tends to 0, one can say del theta tends to 0. So now let us apply del theta is equal to 0. Del theta is 0. So cosine del theta will become 1. So here this angular acceleration, first component of angular acceleration a dash is equal to limit del t tends to 0, omega plus del omega minus omega by del t. Omega will be nullified. So finally it is limit del t tends to 0 del omega by del t. Limit del t tends to 0 del omega by del t, and it is nothing but d omega by dt. So this is the angular acceleration. Everybody knows, because del theta phenomenon has generated this component. Okay, so this d omega by dt is but obviously angular acceleration. Now let us find out the second component, a dash to b. Okay, this is very important and crucial one. A dash b, second component of acceleration, a dash b. It is equal to limit del t tends to 0. Here this sine component is there. So omega plus del omega sine del theta upon del t. Omega plus del omega sine del theta by del t. The same thing is to be applied here, because this phenomenon occurs for very small time period and for very small angular deflection. So as del t tends to 0, sine del theta will becomes del theta. Okay, so this will be omega plus del omega. Sine del theta is del theta, and when del t tends to 0, it becomes d theta upon dt. Okay, so it is equal to omega d theta by dt plus d omega d theta by dt. Now this is a very small quantity, so one can neglect, but this we cannot neglect. It is the multiplication of angular velocity of the rotating disk and d theta by dt, which is called angular velocity of precession, and it is the birthplace of gyroscopic couple. Okay, so the second component of angular acceleration is omega into omega precession. So total angular acceleration total angular acceleration is d omega by dt, okay, and plus omega into omega precession. So omega precession is d theta upon dt. That means when a rotational body rotates and its axis deflects little bit, that means when d theta by dt occurs, that means when the axis has deflected, a gyroscopic couple is generated, okay.